Emily had been holding on to anger for years. Her best friend, Sarah, had betrayed her trust, and the pain of that betrayal never seemed to fade. Forgiveness felt impossible, even though she knew it was the only way to heal. Every time Emily thought of Sarah, a wave of resentment washed over her. The wound from the betrayal was still fresh in her heart, and she couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal that lingered. One day, Emily's grandmother, who had always been a source of wisdom, noticed the sadness in her eyes. "You're carrying a heavy burden, dear," she said softly. "Forgiveness is the key to setting yourself free." Emily was confused. "But how can I forgive her? She hurt me deeply," Emily replied. Her grandmother smiled gently and said, "Forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you. It's a gift you give to yourself." "But won't forgiving her mean I'm letting her off the hook?" Emily asked. Her grandmother shook her head. "No, forgiveness is not about excusing the wrong. It's about releasing the power it has over you." Emily spent the next few days reflecting on her grandmother's words. She realized that her anger and resentment were only hurting her, keeping her trapped in the past. She wanted peace more than revenge. One evening, Emily decided to take the first step. She wrote a letter to Sarah, not to send it, but to express everything she had been holding inside. She poured out her pain, her anger, and her sorrow onto the paper. As she finished the letter, Emily felt a shift. The weight on her chest began to lift, and for the first time in years, she felt lighter. She realized that releasing her emotions was the first step toward healing. The next day, Emily went to visit Sarah. Her heart raced as she stood at Sarah's doorstep, unsure of what to say. But she remembered her grandmother's words, and she knew this was the moment to let go. When Sarah opened the door, Emily simply said, "I've been holding on to a lot of anger, and I don't want to carry it anymore. I forgive you not because you deserve it, but because I need to heal." Sarah was silent for a moment, taken aback by Emily's words. Then she apologized, tears filling her eyes. She hadn't realized the extent of the pain she had caused, and she was genuinely sorry for her actions. In that moment, Emily felt a sense of relief she hadn't anticipated. The anger that had once consumed her began to dissipate. Forgiveness didn't mean forgetting, it meant freeing herself from the hold of the past. Over the following weeks, Emily's heart softened. She didn't expect things to go back to how they were before the betrayal, but she felt a sense of peace that had eluded her for so long. Forgiveness had brought her healing. Emily noticed that she felt lighter in every part of her life. Her relationships improved, and she was able to embrace the present without being haunted by the past. Forgiveness had opened the door to a new chapter. As time passed, Emily learned that forgiveness wasn't just a one-time act. It was a practice. There would be moments where old wounds might resurface, but she had the power to choose peace each time. Emily's story of forgiveness inspired those around her. Her friends admired her strength and the way she had found peace, and many began to reflect on their own relationships and the forgiveness they needed to offer. One day, Emily's mother shared how she had been holding on to resentment toward a family member for years. Emily gently encouraged her to consider forgiveness, just as she had done, and to let go of the pain. As Emily's mother took the step to forgive, she too experienced the freedom that came with it. Their bond grew stronger, and Emily realized that the power of forgiveness had the ability to heal not just herself, but others. Emily understood now that forgiveness was a gift to herself. It was about releasing the emotional chains that kept her bound to the past, and embracing the power to move forward with an open heart. Through her journey, Emily discovered that forgiveness was not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It was a choice to reclaim her peace, her happiness, and her future. The power of forgiveness had set her free.